Welcome to this week's edition of the FPL show. My name is Eric Njiro. This is the Wildcard show. Gameweek 7 was cancelled last week, but now going to Gameweek 8 from this Friday all the way to Sunday when Chelsea do take on Liverpool. We still do not know where it will be, whether it's Anfield, Armour in London. But today, we've got Zuhum Omar, an Arsenal fan whom I taught how to play.
Okay.
And Alanishinda Squeezy. Zoom, welcome to the show, bro.
Thank you so much for having me, guys. Venance, pleasure to see you again. Our producers and director as well.
Yes.
G-Money told me about this, like, I think maybe before the season started. And I was like, bro, that's amazing. We should definitely get into it, especially because of how obsessed this guy is with FPL. Wait, we're not going to go obsessed, eh? You always love talking. I remember we invited him to One to TV, right? And he just sat down. He's already opened FPL. He's checking it out. He's like, hey, what have you guys got in? What have you guys got in?
So I feel for you this season. I see Gameweek 6, you had 53 points.
Yeah, it wasn't a good week. I think in general, it wasn't a good week for many people.
Yeah.
But I think overall, I've been quite happy with my performance.
Besides, you're above average, so that's a plus.
This is second season, though. It's a second season.
It's only my second season. And you know what? Last season, Venance, I think what really put me off, I started off really well. What really put me off was all those postponed games. So you'll find like a Burnley playing Norwich and people are doing one transfer just to see if they can get up. I'm like, what the hell's going on?
Yeah.
So I kind of just got switched off for it. Yeah. But I think there should be a lot more consistency this season, despite the Queen's funeral manenos.
Arsenal
and
on top.
Also
Arsenal
another thing
table,
I realized too with the last season regarding to those postponing of games. Is literally you have to wait till the last minute to make these transfers.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's true. Yeah, because I've suffered that. I think with Chris James, there was a game that he was supposed to play, didn't play. So Arsenal this season are on top for now in September.
I don't know what you guys are saying. It's just as in for now, guys. We've
seen
this.
September in May.
This has been a long time coming, Valence. You're a trust the process guy.
I've told him before. This is a different Arsenal.
You know the problem, Valence, right?
Yeah.
People think that you finished fifth, right? The next step is logically 4. And then the next step is logically 3.
Yeah.
No, you can easily just jump many other teams by just having better processes.
Where do you think Arsenal will finish this season?
I think we're going to finish minimum top 3.
Top 3?
Yes, I agree.
Minimum top 3.
I agree.
Yeah. Eric, think about it. So, United are top 4 pretenders. We're being talked about.
You're only 3 points above them.
Wait, yeah, bado mapema. But we're being called top, what do you call it, title contenders.
Favorites.
Not favorites,
You guys are
contenders.
At the moment, yeah.
We're making you feel
Contenders.
good.
No, you
You're not real title
guys are
contenders.
whack.
Wait. Why are you not real title contenders?
Yeah.
You are Arsenal. You don't have the facilities to go all the way.
What
What
makes
do
you
you
say that?
Facilities
Big
to go all the way?
squads.
No, what makes you say that though?
Big
Yeah.
squad.
Because right now,
Injuries.
no,
Thomas
you were
Partey.
laughing. He was laughing at us on Twitter about the 3 Gabriels not making the national team. So if Arsenal
Arsenal
players,
laughing. I just posted that tweet.
yeah, sure, bro. If you say so, whatever.
Arsenal
Man.
laughing at
Just
all.
because you didn't use a laughing emoji doesn't mean you weren't laughing when you were tweeting.
okay.
So,
But none of them made the team, though.
Yeah, it's fine. But that works in our favor as
Oh,
well.
shit.
So you can make fun of them, but then as your players go
they're
for
not good enough for Brazil right now.
Zuhum, this is how I see it. The fact that these 3 players aren't playing in the squad gives them time to now gel with the team and practice and do these whole things. So it's a plus for Arsenal.
No,
I'm not complaining.
Big time players should be going to World Cup. Any Zoom.
No, he's right. It could be a blessing in disguise. You can criticize it all you want, but especially in a World Cup year when the fixture congestion is so tight, this could be easily one of the biggest. What would you say? Biggest assets to us going into the season in the Premier League minimum and in the Europa League, because like I said, I don't think United have the squad to compete in the Europa League. You've seen them. Casemiro 2 chobos in 2 games.
And they were making fun, saying that he's all they need to become number 1.
No. They were saying he's already the best defensive midfielder in England.
Hata before afunge shoeless.
Bro, hata kabla apige warm up. You know what I mean? Like,
looking at your team here, obviously you've got Gabriel Jesus going
Of course,
forward, and then Erling Haaland. Everyone's got him. Mitrovic, I can see. Luis Diaz, Kulusevski, Trossard, who give you 12 points from Gameweek 6. Trent Alexander-Arnold. Ooh, you still love him. And then
but I took him out.
Man City defenders, Cancelo and Ruben Diaz. Saliba gave you 0. Why is that? Oh, you considered 3.
We
against United.
conceded, yeah.
And you've got Alisson. I see. Clean
I'm
sheet.
changing him though.
Let me ask you.
Yeah, I think I am. I'm gonna choose my next keeper
Who is
soon.
that?
I was thinking between Ramsdale
Mhm.
and the Jordan Pickford, because
Pickford, yeah.
because despite for Pickford, you know he's gonna get into a
Saves.
lot of saves, right? But then Rambo consistently over a period of a season, I think he can give you
More points.
more points
compared
and
to
clean
Everton.
sheets compared
Yeah.
to like Everton.
Your bench is not that bad, actually. You've got Raya, the Brentford keeper. That's it. Yeah. Your Kukurea, Chelsea, Odegaard, and Andrea Pereira.
But I've made changes.
That was as of game
Already?
6.
Yeah, I've made changes.
Don't
Cucurella-
tell me you sold Cucurella.
I have, and I brought in Estupinian
Espina.
from Brighton. He's cheaper, and he's already showing really good form. But the key thing about choosing Estupinian over Cucurella,
Yeah.
you know Cucurella's performances are probably going to improve now because he has his old manager back, right? But statistically, if you think about it, he's not good for FPL. Last season, he had how many games? He had 1 assist and 1 goal.
Cucurella?
Yeah, Tavares, who played as a sub, had 1 assist and 1 goal.
Okay.
I like how you talk about FPL because 2 seasons ago, you were not even anywhere close to FPL matches.
Yeah.
You didn't even care
Yeah,
about it
I really
until
hated it.
dragged
I really
you
hated it.
through
I was just FIFA and whatnot, but I realized it.
It's a fun game.
First of all, I started feeling FOMO, right? Because people everywhere around me, people were talking about it. But also, like, it creates this rapport with people that you might not necessarily have. Sometimes it's not very easy to just talk to people randomly, and then suddenly you have a base. You have a base with which to have conversations with people. So yeah, it's a nice conversation starter. I don't use it with girls, but yeah.
When we come back, we'll talk about the biggest points. Who do you expect to score the most points coming up in game week 8? This is the FPL Wildcard Show. My name is Eric. I've got Venant, and our guest today is Zuhum Omar, who is an Arsenal fan. They are on top of the table for now in September. Welcome back to the FPL Wildcard Show. My name is Eric Njira. I've got with me here Venant and Zuhum. We're going to look at who will be the biggest points and who will be giving us the more points in game week 8. Venant, a couple of games from Friday. Aston Villa do play Southampton. That is the first game alongside actually Nottingham Forest and Fulham. So that means game week 8 deadline is at 8:30 p.m. on Friday. Guys,
This
don't
Friday.
forget,
Yeah.
it's not on Saturday from 12 p.m. It's on Friday, Gioni. That is from 8:30 p.m. Big games actually on Friday. Some big points there. We'll deliver the points for you.
Okay, let's start with Aston Villa. Of course, let's all agree by now, everybody has Mitrovic, Gabriel Jesus, and Haaland.
As their front three.
Yeah, everybody. So if you're looking for a change,
Some people have Nani though. The guy from Brentford.
Tony.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yes,
honorable mention. But the top 3 right now in most of these teams, Mitrovic, Haaland, Gabriel Jesus. But for you, who's looking for a different option, you have Watkins from Aston Villa,
Yeah.
who has a proper home record. He likes scoring.
Yeah.
But the person who I want to highlight, especially for this game, is Bailey from Aston Villa.
Yeah.
4.9 million. He's the second best player in terms of top points in Aston Villa. He's the third best player with form. He has favorable fixtures. Aston Villa do have favorable fixtures coming up. That is if you're looking for the midfields and the forwards, not the defenders. And also, if you have Andreas Pereira, if you have him, you can also buy Bailey so that they complement each other. Because there'll be a situation where Aston Villa are playing like a Man City, but Fulham have a Bournemouth.
Yeah.
So they can complement each other.
Oh, that's an
Very
interesting
well.
way of
Zoom.
looking at it. I have Andres Pereira.
Nice. On Saturday, I'll kick off Man City to play Wolves. That's obvious one. That's direct one. Erling Haaland.
I'm just so frustrated because
Why?
I thought about triple captaining Holland.
The game that he scored a hat-trick.
Yeah, but the second hat trick.
Okay.
Because I was like, no, he's already scored a hat trick. I
He will not
don't
score.
see him scoring a second hat trick.
There's a time he did that with Arkane and he actually scored. There was a season he scored, I think, back to back.
Yeah, but could it be third time lucky as well? Do you think he can score 3 goals against Wolves? Wolves aren't looking convincing,
Yeah, no, this season they're not.
but they're also not conceding too many goals
Lately.
lately.
I really would advise
It
you
depends-
to wait on
it
the
depends
day.
with the
Just a
home
minute.
form.
Yeah, I would
Yeah,
advise
Man
from the
City.
just a minute. I would advise like you wait for the day they'll be playing at home. maybe you'll be very sure about that. Probably they're playing, let's say, like a team in number from number 16 to 20. Vena, you're saying something?
I'm just looking at Haaland right now with the Man City away form. And the best you'll get based on history is a goal. So are you willing to risk a triple captain for one goal? If that's where you are, by all means, do it. But what I encourage you is use it when you have a double game week.
Yeah,
It's best fitted that way.
Estupinian from Brighton, they're playing Crystal Palace.
But that game's been postponed.
Oh, yeah. That
So
means
if you have any Brighton players, quickly just use either bench them.
Still.
Okonana?
No, I have the
You have Crystal Palace players.
No, I don't have Palace players, but I have the guy that you see from Brighton.
Estupinian.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, you have him as well. All right, fair enough.
Yeah,
So yeah, Crystal Palace, Brighton. As far as I can tell, the game has been postponed. They don't show any.
they don't play again until the international break.
Essentially,
Jesus Christ.
I want to talk about Brighton just for a few
Okay.
seconds.
yeah. Let's do
Game
that.
week 9, Liverpool away. Game week 10, Spurs. Game week 11, Brentford away. And then game week 12, it's going to be an easy one because it's Nottingham. But game week 13, it's Man City. Do you think Brighton players are the ones to buy right now?
That's quite far.
And right after Man City is Chelsea.
Yes.
Listen, for me, it's quite hard to tell because it's 5 weeks from now, and some of these teams that we've mentioned, they've got Champions League in between there. And when you play Champions League, obviously, you know, like the team that didn't play, and you know the Premier League, how hard it can be for some of these big teams. We saw last week Man City playing Aston Villa. Aston Villa robbed a goal. West Ham played Chelsea. West Ham robbed a goal.
But this
So
is,
it's not straight for me.
This is Brighton, who have sold their best players and also their managers.
They've sold only one player.
But you have to admit their talent ID is fantastic. There's a 16-year-old, 17-year-old winger they signed. I forgot his name. Tayari, he looks like a bowler. Skills, Anachingawatu. He came on as a sub in one of their recent games.
Let me just check.
The thing is with Brighton.
Yes.
The thing is with Brighton. I don't know if this works for other managers, but I think it's a good tactic that someone can employ. Regardless of wherever you are in the middle of the season, right? The best place to look for high-performing players, right, tends to be within the top 10. So,
Yes.
so for me, like seeing Brighton fourth,
Above
Fourth
Man
is
United.
a good thing.
it's a good thing. It's a positive sign. So I look at that number and I think, okay, who's in form? You see Estupinian, I think he has 1-2 goal contributions
Based
so
on
far.
form,
Yeah.
McAllister, Trossard, Gross, Sanchez, Veltman, Dunk, Webster.
All
And I
these
think the guy
guys.
you're looking for is Caicedo.
Caicedo is the midfielder, right?
Yeah.
One of them don't play
Fantastic as
again
well.
until
And
after international
he's
break.
who replaced
Bizuma.
Bissouma.
Yep.
Yeah.
So, Venant, Richarlison is back on the mix now for Tottenham. They are in the Champions League this week, obviously next week. They play Leicester City, who are not looking good this season at 7:30 p.m. on Sato. They still have Harry Kane, who is on the goals. They have Kulusevski. Son still struggling. Who should be the big points deliverers from Tottenham this weekend?
Hurricane.
Harry Kane.
In one word, Hurricane. 16.7% ownership is a differential. Basically, average a goal per week. Like if you're, is one of those Haaland.
Yeah.
Is in that caliber. And also they're playing an out of form
Leicester
City.
City.
So for those people who don't have Hurricane, this is actually captain speak. Now that to me that's him is number one. And also for those people who can't afford Hurricane, you have Richarlison, who also plays. So you can consider him if you can't afford Kane. But I also think this is that game week where Kulusevski might reward those people who still
I trust
have
that. I actually trust that because I have Kulusevski.
Yeah, with the Champions League now in the mix, and Richarlison played and he scored, I think, 2 in the Champions
Too,
League.
yeah.
What do you feel about him this season?
I think it's a good start because he's kept Kulusevski out of the starting 11 2 times
No,
in a row
he
now.
still plays.
Kulusevski
Kulusevski has
starts.
been consistent. Richarlison is this other
Richarlison has
side.
played the
He's
last
on
2
the left
games.
side.
Richarlison has started the last 2 games.
Ahead of
Zoom is right.
Kulusevski.
Yes.
Yeah,
wow,
but I don't know if he started from the left or right.
Richarlison.
Yeah, I don't know. I think you can check the recent positions, for the formation sheet for the Champions League and the Premier League. But he's one of them players who causes chaos in the box. Wajua?
Yeah.
He finds positions that not many players can find in the box, and then like the way he scored his 2 headers.
Yeah.
And he's very gritty. So he has that Suarez, that bite.
Hunger.
Yeah, he has that hunger, that bite. Na kuna madarao mingi. Like you've seen him boasting, he's very cocky. So I like that about him.
Can't wait for those guys to play with people.
Why?
Tottenham.
Why?
So the derby.
Not even worried about that.
Richarlison, the best you might get out of him is an assist based on Premier League.
Richarlison.
Based on Premier League.
What makes you say based on Premier League?
Because so far I'm looking at his file on Premier League.
On
He
FPL.
hasn't scored a goal. The best he's done is an assist and a goal.
Yeah.
An assist and a bonus points.
It was a very nice
Scored in the
assist, though.
Champions League, though.
This is FPL Premier League.
Yeah,
my
but you
friend.
see, FP. Yeah, I know.
You can read into the form, though,
Yes.
right? You can
Yeah.
carry that forward
Champions
into
League
the
is one of
weekend,
form. Yes.
especially if it's Champions
It's not a
League.
goal that was ruled out.
I think there's less to be read of Europa League, for example.
Yes.
Except when United lose. That's when I
Okay.
think maybe you can read into that. But going into like the Premier League, I think especially if you meet really good opposition, like Arsenal did, I think it's important just to consider their
Speaking
form.
of
But
Arsenal, yes.
You have
to be fair, Richarlison's assist it wasn't just a normal assist.
Yeah,
Ilikuwa
yeah,
kali,
yeah,
ilikuwa
yeah.
So
kali.
speaking of Arsenal, you guys are playing Brentford will be United 4-0. If you guys can remember, you lost 4-0 to Brentford. CR7 played that game. Do you think you can lose 4-0 pia nyinyi?
No, come on.
So 3-0.
I think we're winning. I think 4-0.
This is what? Arsenal away to Brentford.
Brentford,
yes.
yeah. Brentford, listen, Brentford, what I like about them is they're always going to be quite dangerous on the counter, right? And they'll learn something from another small team like Man United and how they played against us, just counterattacks. But what they don't have, Venant, is the pace of Rashford up front, right? And they no longer have the same passing quality that they had with Eriksen. So if they're going to score goals against Arsenal, if you guys want to bet on that, then I think it's probably going to come from a set piece or something like that.
Who are you
This
advising
is-
to pick from your team from Arsenal that day?
Odegaard.
Odegaard who?
Yeah, Odegaard.
And?
Odegaard's rested. I have Saliba as well, and Jesus.
Me, I'll pick Buemo and Ivan Toney.
Oh, I can imagine you would.
Yeah.
And also-
Yeah.
They'll score points for me.
Better than Salah and
For now.
And
September. Who else?
Robertson and Alisson.
better Salah and better
Actually, the
than
whole
Salah and
Liverpool
Nunes.
team, it's just better
Better than
whole-
Salah and Nunes, bro.
The whole Liverpool team and the lines.
Let's go to the other game at
everybody
4 p.m. on Sunday.
Mbona tunaenda haraka?
Tuko hapa, bro.
Tuko
Why
hapo
in a
Liverpool,
rush?
Plenty
bro.
of time according
We
to
are
Austin.
talking about Arsenal right now.
Yes.
We have a guest who's from Arsenal, and looking at the numbers between
I'm gonna
this
support. This guy
Brentford-
hasn't had an
Brentford and-
Arsenal fan next to him for a long time. I
Brentford
can
and,
tell.
Arsenal.
Yeah,
Okay, they score at home.
yeah.
Based on the history,
Recent,
they score
yeah,
at home.
they do.
So we are likely to concede a goal.
And they beat
We are
you last
likely to
season.
concede a goal.
Why?
No, tupende ukweli.
Yeah,
Because
statistically.
I'm looking at our away form. We've been scoring, yes, but we've also conceded a couple.
How many clean sheets do we have so far? I think
Let-
3
let
out
me-
of 5 or
okay,
4.
So when I look, for example, Gabriel Jesus, we lost to United. We scored. We scored 3 against Bournemouth. We kept a clean sheet. We
And Palace.
scored against Palace. We kept a clean sheet. But this is Brentford, who have a home form of scoring at home.
Yeah.
So we are likely to concede at Brentford. Does that mean you're going to lose?
No, of course not. But
And-
I also think just because we're likely doesn't mean it'll happen. And I
Yeah.
think despite maybe the counter-attacking performance that we saw by United, I don't think that's going to carry forward into the Brentford game. Yeah,
yeah.
I don't think we're going to be as naive as we were in moments, and I don't think Arteta is going to make that mistake of making 3 subs in one go. So I'm more. I don't know why you might not. I don't understand why you might not be confident of a clean sheet. I really do see a clean sheet happening.
Buemo.
Because
I'm not really worried about Buemo.
it's not about Brentford. You're talking about
This isn't
Arsenal
Rob
right
Holding.
We're talking about
starting,
clean
bro.
sheet. No, we're talking about Isaac.
You know, Brentford scored 5 in their last game against
Yeah.
Leeds.
exactly.
Yeah.
And
Is this
I'm
guy
telling you, I'm
Wisa?
looking.
It's called Wisa.
Nisa.
Wisa, yes.
Nisa.
Yeah, I'm looking at, for example, Tony. The last home games, with the exception of the Everton game, which was hard for them,
Yeah.
he's been scoring at home.
Okay.
Tony takes set
Fair.
pieces
Fair, he
for
does.
the free kicks for Brentford and stuff. And when you look at even our last fixture with them, we lost very bad. It was the beginning of the last season. Remember?
Oh, come on, man. We had COVID. I don't understand why people keep referring to that fixture, bro.
No, you have to
We
look
had
at
COVID at the beginning of the season. We had to start guys like Rob Holding and Chambers.
They're still a player,
Like Chambers is not a player anymore.
They're
So
Premier League players for you.
nah, I'm done, man.
Zoom and Venant, Austin tells me we're running out of time, so we're gonna do this one quickly.
Okay.
Venant, starting with you.
Uh,
From Man United, 2 players that people should pick from that team. They
Man
play
United.
Leeds. They play Leeds at home on
Man
Saturday. On
United
Sunday.
is
Yes.
only, I can only give you one, and I've always said this Tangu Saddam Rashford.
Rashford. Can you add someone
Rashford.
apart from Rashford for United?
I think you can't ignore Bruno at
Bruno
home.
Fernandes. Yes.
You can't, I don't think you
Can't
can
ignore
ignore
Bruno.
Yeah, I think they're equally as good picks as from United. I mean,
Yeah, the last game on Sunday we've got Chelsea to play Liverpool. I've seen you've got some Liverpool assets,
yeah,
and I can assure you there will be a clean sheet.
I think I agree.
Yeah.
Lazma Alisson at keep clean
So I
sheets.
think Pierre Mimi.
Wait,
But it has nothing to do with Liverpool. It's more to
Liverpool
do with the
keeping a
fact that
clean
these
sheet.
guys have Graham Potter now as their manager, and we
Play
don't know
Chelsea,
what they
man.
are. You know what I mean? Graham Potter is the new manager for these guys. You just don't know if he's
That
going
game
to
can
play a
come
very
in,
defensive
Who
game.
has a plethora of brilliant players.
Does he? Koulibaly is brilliant.
Not but of course he brings experience to
Oh,
the league.
yeah, experience.
He brings
Listen,
experience to the
listen,
league.
listen.
This is a big game.
Listen,
that
guys.
He brings experience.
Something
to
I
the league.
learned from someone, a friend of mine. He's an older guy. He just taught me something. You know, one of those lessons you pick, right?
Yeah.
Experience when you've been really doing shit things for a very long time is still experience.
True.
Yeah.
So if he was playing in Napoli and he was not really being tested, and he's this big dude, he's very quick and whatnot, a lot of those strikers in Italy weren't as troublesome as the ones in England right now. They don't play with that same intensity.
Oh, okay.
So I think he's being found out, and this move happened 3 years too late.
True.
It's like if Arsenal signed Benzema now. It's like, bro,
Metzela
what do you mean?
class.
That was like 7 years ago we were
Metzela
linked with him for,
class, yeah.
you know what I mean?
You'll be the best player in London. Listen. We
So-
played Chelsea last season 4 times. Could he beat them? I'm not confident going to this game on Sunday. I think could be even a nil. We're not playing so well this season.
Yeah, you're bored. Your games tend to be so boring, man.
But
Ugh.
before you go now, we need to pick like 3 captains pick for this weekend.
All right, yeah. Well, I mean, he's already mentioned one, right? Harry Kane.
Yeah,
That's
Harry
a good
Kane.
shout. And I think playing at home.
To,
Is it at home?
Yeah, to
Yeah,
an
it's at home to
out-of-form
Leicester.
Leicester City, who have conceded, who are the second in the most conceded goals.
Yeah, they're
Give me the
struggling.
second captain, Zoom.
It has to be Holland. There's no ignoring Holland.
Ah,
I don't care who they're playing away or home. Atakama ni Babaya Wolves. Ni sawa.
We've said that is Harry Kane,
Haaland.
and Marcus Rashford. Yes.
Ah,
for this
Marcus
weekend.
Rashford,
That is
good
the
shout.
You
FPL
haven't
show.
mentioned your guy, Tony.
Nah,
Salah?
for captain.
Yeah, say captain.
No.
Yeah.
you
What about
cannot captain
Nunes?
Salah. You cannot captain Nunes, man. They're not scoring goals.
But no, but Salah has a good record against
Which
Chelsea.
record? We played them.
Salah scores against Chelsea. Zoom.
Yeah,
Salah
it's true.
scores
He
against
does, though. He
Chelsea.
hates
You
Chelsea.
You cannot.
Akona
But you
revenge.
see the point. No, I'm not. I agree with your point. But the same Salah score against Everton. He also scores against Napoli. He didn't score.
This is Chelsea, my friend. Salah has a good record against Chelsea.
Last season he played Chelsea.
Just
4
wouldn't
times.
captain him though. You know, captaining.
Zoom. Last
Should
season
love
he-
his club.
Let me
Yeah,
give
he
you my
should.
point.
Yeah.
Sawa,
Utapata
sawa,
captain
sema
Jesus.
Let me give you my point.
Anajam.
We played Chelsea 4 times last season. Salah didn't score any goal.
I'll have to check.
Nobody scored any goal. All your games ended in 0-0.
No, Mark, there's a game like that we scored. Kayavat scored, then we scored.
So 1-1. Wow. Okay.
So when you tell me Salah like to captain against Chelsea, when he played 4 games last season, including 2 finals, couldn't score, I'm not convinced. So I'm
Not a
going
big
for
game player.
Rashford. You said Erling
He's not a
Haaland
big
for
game player.
City,
Yeah, early
and
on.
then you said Harry Kane. So those are our 3
Harry
points from this,
Kiboko.
3 picks for this weekend from the FPL Wildcard Show on Gameweek 8. We are out.